Welcome to the latest FPL Manager tutorial video. Today, I will give you some tips on goalkeeper selection strategies. I will also analyze the goalkeeper role in general, how important is this position and how can you improve your team. First of all, let's see the highest scoring goalkeepers last 4 seasons and their overall points. We can clearly see that the top scoring goalkeepers are usually around 150 points with the exception of season 2017-2018. The point difference between the spots is pretty close, ranging from 3 to 10. This means that results rarely deviate a lot from the standard scores. Also, sometimes we see unexpected names in the top 5 positions. For example, Swansea's Fabianski sits on top in season 2014-2015, followed by Tom Heaton from Burnley. Adrian also makes it to the top 5. This result means that it is not always guaranteed that keepers from top 4 clubs will have the highest result, so it makes sense to experiment and go without any big names in the position. Now let's inspect the most common ways goalkeepers earn points. Goals and assists are not included since they are very rare. We can clearly identify that the best ways goalkeeper earns points are by penalty saves, 5 points, clean sheets, 4 points, and shots saved, 1 point per 3 saves. First, let's make an analysis on penalty saves. Here are the penalty saves from past 4 seasons. Usually, a goalkeeper saves 3 to 4 penalties per season at most. This is merely 15 to 20 points, scored that a player in another position can earn for a single game week. This means that relying on this aspect is not such a viable option at all, as we all know penalties seem to be a gamble as well. So there is no use choosing a goalkeeper based on this attribute. In the picture here we can see the top 5 goalkeepers with most clean sheets last 4 seasons. Clean sheets are a crucial way for goalkeepers to gain points. They are usually 15 or 16 at maximum for a season. Statistics also show that goalkeepers with top scores have around the same number of clean sheets. Maybe the most important way of generating points, although a little underestimated, is by saved shots per game. Surprisingly, saves prove to be as important as clean sheets for top scoring goalkeepers. We can see that top goalkeepers for past seasons have a lot of saves. So my conclusion is that the most important things you should keep in mind when choosing a goalkeeper is clean sheet probability on one hand and saves per game on the other. Usually, a goalkeeper earns points by either of these two ways, rarely both. If a team has a good defense that tends to get lots of clean sheets, then the keeper will need to make less saves and vice versa. Let's now see the best strategies for selecting goalkeepers for your team. The first strategy is owning one premium goalkeeper. What does premium mean here? The keeper will usually play every game, so there is almost no rotation risk with him. He is usually from top team with good defense, which tends to keep lots of clean sheets. Such options from this season are Ederson, Alisson and Kepa, because City, Liverpool and Chelsea are pretty solid in defense right now, and there is no doubt about them playing every week. Such goalkeepers tend to be more expensive, from 5.5 to 6 million, which lowers the overall budget a little. Since the defense in front of them is good, not many opportunities come for their opposition and many saves are unlikely. Another downside is that when you own such a player, you lose one spot for the team he is in accordingly to the maximum of 3 players per team rule, and sometimes this can be crucial. The second goalkeeper in this strategy should be the cheapest option, who doesn't have to play because he won't be needed. The number 1 pick is regular and he's going to play every week. The second strategy I suggest is the strategy with two mid-priced goalkeepers. Both the keepers should be playing regularly so that according to fixtures you will rotate them in and out of your starting team. They are usually from mid-table teams who don't have solid defense but make a lot of saves and generate points from that. Such options this season are Patricio, Fabianski, Foster and Pickford, and they are around 4.5 or 5 million at maximum. All of them offer great point return for their price. Lots of clean sheets are unlikely, but still, if you pick wisely, you may benefit from this as well. It is a good idea to look at fixtures difficulty and select the goalkeepers accordingly. When the first one seems to have hard fixtures, the second one has to have easier. This is a good example for it. We can see that Łukasz Fabianski is the one goalkeeper and the second one is Jordan Pickford. We can clearly see that Fabianski has a hard game in game week 13, while Jordan Pickford has very favorable game with Cardiff at home. On the other hand, in game week 14, game week 17 and 18, Pickford has hard games, while Fabianski has favorable fixtures. So this is a great way to achieve more points. I will personally choose this strategy, the strategy of two rotating goalkeepers in 9 out of 10 occasions, because this way you can generate much more points while rotating them. Any other strategies than that, like two premium goalkeepers, two lower class goalkeepers, etc., are simply not effective. You either lose value for the other positions in your team, or you completely disregard the points you may win for this position. Let's see some historic data and compare top goalkeepers to top scoring players' score for a season. In season 2014 and 15, Łukasz Fabianski was the top goalkeeper with 151 points, while the top player was Eden Hazard with 233 points. In 2015-2016 season, Petr Cech was with 159 points and the top player was Mahrez with 240 points. In season 2016 and 17, Tom Heaton was the top goalkeeper with 149 points and the top player was Alexis Sanchez with 264. In the season 2017-2018, David De Gea scored 172 points, which is record, and the top player was Mohamed Salah with 303 points. So what do these numbers tell us? At the end of the season, goalkeepers usually have 100 points less than the best scoring player in other positions. Also, as we can see, not always the most expensive goalkeeper is on top. All this means that it's not always worth to buy the most expensive goalkeepers, or at least don't expect such a big return as other players. To me, it is more important to invest the money in players in other positions, and I tend to avoid the most expensive ones. I usually reserve around 9.5 million for the two goalkeepers in my team. Another reason I don't risk with expensive goalkeepers is that achieving a clean sheet is much trickier than, for example, scoring a goal or assisting, because your goalkeeper or his defense may lose focus just for a minute and concede goal, and there is no turning back, while with attackers they can deliver at any moment and at any situation. Now I will try to cover some of your questions and the frequently asked things. First, can both my goalkeepers be from the same team? I would say yes, they can, but this is rarely used, especially if you go for premium goalkeepers from top teams. I don't advise you to do this unless this is a team from which you don't plan on getting many players other than the goalkeepers. Also, this is not smart because you cannot benefit from rotating when fixtures are bad. Is it okay to have two premium goalkeepers? Absolutely not. You will lose value for your team because both your expensive goalkeepers will never play together and you can't invest the money elsewhere. Is there a must-have goalkeeper? Well, it depends on the season performances. For example, in 2017-2018 season, David De Gea was way ahead of the competition in the position, with him having a record 172 points. And the second one, Ederson, was scoring 158. But it is hard to predict this in the beginning of the season, so you need a bit of flair and of course luck. How to select initial goalkeepers? For me, it's all about gut feeling. I will usually go with the strategy with 2 rotating goalkeepers, and I try to predict teams with better chance of clean sheets according to their squad and especially defense. Also, it is important that both my goalkeepers play, so I may need to adjust a little bit around 3rd or 4th game week. This is it for now. I hope you liked the video and I hope you'll find it useful. You can like this video, leave a comment or subscribe to my channel if you like what I do and you want more. You can also check my Facebook page and Instagram page. Good luck to everyone this game week.